Like, content warning, this is gonna be terrible.
Don't let your daughter show her ass cheeks around my 4-year-old son. Because she's a 13-year-old kid and I don't want her showing her ass around my son that's 4 years old.
Okay, she's wearing a swimsuit.
Like, we agree that this is weird, right? Like, that's not just a me thing. We agree that it is weird to say, stop letting your 13-year-old daughter show her ass to my 4-year-old son. Babe, just go be Amish. If you're gonna be weird like this, man. It's a beach. It's literally a beach. Your 4-year-old son is barely comprehending what's happening. The 4-year-old is probably more captivated by like making sandcastles than he is any other people there at the beach. The only way that a 4-year-old cares about someone's ass is if they're farting because it's funny. That's it. That's like the extent of like the 4-year-old brain. The 4-year-old brain is like, haha, you farted. Like, that's it. That's all that's happening in there. They're 4, man. Like, they're literally 4 years old. That's crazy. And then the sexualizing of like this 13-year-old girl that's just trying to go to the beach. That's insane to me. I have a 4-year-old nephew. His biggest thing right now is that he's just trying to learn how to read. She got Trump hands. She is low-key doing the white power, like low-key straight up. You're not wrong.
Are you to let your daughter wear a thong and show her ass cheeks around a 4-year-old
She's wearing a swimsuit.
She's wearing a f***ing thong.
She's wearing a
Why are your ass
swimsuit.
cheeks hanging out? Is that a swimsuit?
She's literally screaming at the 13-year-old girl. Like, that's crazy. Wow. That's crazy. You are not normal. Like, you are really not normal. Go seek help. Like, genuinely, go seek help. Like, this poor girl. I'm going to say something, chat. I'm going to say something really, like, this might be a little too far. Okay, so tell me, you guys can keep me in check. I'm pretty sure this happened in America. And I have to say something. Americans really need to, like, relax with, like, the whole nudity thing. First of all, no one is even nude in this context, in this video. The boy is wearing boxers. The girl is wearing a swimsuit. But lastly, we need to all collectively be more normal about just like nudity. Like, there is nothing inherently sexual about the naked body. And the only reason you think that is, if you do think that, is because you were socialized to think that. There is nothing inherently sexual about like a pair of cheeks. If you see a pair of cheeks and you get horny, yeah, like, that's fine, whatever. But that doesn't mean that they are inherently sexual. It's the same thing with like women breastfeeding in public. If that makes you hard, that is you. That's a you thing. They fulfill the biological necessity to breastfeed children, to provide children purpose. Thank you. To provide children who can't process food a way to live and to get nourishment. That's it. That's what that is for. If you see that and you get horny, that's you. In the same way that, like, we shouldn't start covering our feet because some people are foot fetishists. If you go outside and you see some feet and that does something for you, that's nice. That doesn't mean other people need to start covering their feet because you get turned on by it. Is like, nudity is the same. Like, the human body is not like sexual innately. It's not. And everyone just needs to be a little bit more normal about nudity. Thank you, Salty Pains. It's very cute. Also, chat, just really quickly, from my understanding, there are no studies about the psychological harm to kids exposed to nudity. Like, there is, we have information that shows that, like, for example, sexual abuse will cause kids psychological abuse. But there are no studies that show that, like, a child seeing a bare ass is going to cause them some trauma. Because it's just normal. That's just what everybody looks like. You know? Who is going to propose that study? I mean, you can have the study, like, be based around, like, children who see their family members naked. I saw my siblings growing up naked. It didn't do anything to me. I was fine because it's just another human body. That's it. That's all it is. It's so weird to me that we're cool with like such extravagant levels of violence in media, but like one female presenting nipple makes a movie rated R. It's like, whoa, dude, are you serious? This is crazy. That's so weird. Yeah, if anything, excessive weirdness about nudity is damaging. Oh, yeah, 100%. Porn definitely has an effect on children, correct? Yeah, of course. Anything related to sex, like porn, you shouldn't be exposing children to sexual acts because that will cause trauma. But just the existence of being nude is not like, it's not a traumatizing experience. That's just what human beings look like. It's purity culture blaming women for their bodies arousing men when it's like literally on the men who should mind their own damn business. I mean, yeah. Like there is a huge difference between someone just existing as a human being and porn. There's a very, very, very big difference between that. Like you are literally born naked, bro. Okay? Clothes are not innate to the human experience. We invented clothing. Also, not to mention, we literally have documentation of civilizations of people who are like fully free the nipple.
Yes, it's a swimsuit. Okay, that's your problem and your son's problem. So take your son and go somewhere.
Get out of here. Like, it's my problem. It's gonna be your problem right away.
Okay.
Your video's gonna do anything.
Okay.
You know me or where I live. So what's your video gonna do?
Okay, that's for my safety. I'm doing video for my safety.
The only thing your safety is gonna show that you're a fucking shitty mother that's letting your 13-year-old daughter
Okay,
show her ass.
that's your opinion. That's totally fine.
Fuck off now.
Oh, why should I?
I knock you out, and then what are you gonna do? What is your video gonna do then? Is your video gonna help you?
Oh my god.
Wait, let me get my kids ready, and then I'm gonna fucking knock you out. Just stay there. Okay?
Okay. Okay, I'm just going to call the police or...
Like, I'm sorry that I agree she's kind of overreacted. Just a bathing suit. Maybe we should just
Well, it's because I have a
distance
son.
ourselves
Maybe you
from
don't
each
have a
other,
son.
and
Maybe
then
that's why.
you can...
I'm just saying my son does need to stare at her fucking ass. My son is staring at her.
She's
So I
just,
don't like
she's
it.
just,
I
she's
don't
just
like
a
it.
little, she's a little
I
bit
don't
offended
like
by
it.
it.
I don't like
She
it.
doesn't, she's a little bit offended by a little bit too much skin showing, I suppose. But,
Okay.
but,
If you had a 2-year-old or 3-year-old son, would you let your son fucking... Okay, it's a beach. Okay then.
okay, let's forget it.
Yeah, forget it.
But I'm not leaving
My
with my
daughter,
kids,
when he's
so...
older, it's not my problem.
That's crazy. That's crazy that you are going that insane about a 13-year-old girl wearing a swimsuit. That's insane. Like, that is so, I don't even understand, dude, the slut shaming. Wow. Oh my God. Oh my God. I just have no words, dude. I have no words. From now on, I'm going to grab this video and I'm going to show it to people anytime I'm talking about the patriarchy, because there are a lot of idiots, I'm sure you guys have dealt with them, who you tell them like, oh, the patriarchy negatively impacts men and women, and we should move towards dismantling the patriarchy. And then they're like, oh, so you hate men, and you think men are the root of all evil. And it's like, no. You're misunderstanding. This, for example, this is someone who is brain rotted by patriarchy. This is someone who is upholding patriarchal like ideals and values. And guess what? It's a woman causing the harm. When we criticize patriarchy, we're not saying men are all evil and we need to castrate all of them. No, we're saying anyone who upholds these ideals is an idiot. Just like this woman, which is like a concept I think some people just don't get. Oh, okay. So really quickly, I have to talk about something. I'm not roasting you, chatter. I am making a request of all chatters that if you do post a study in chat, I do expect you to have read the study. really quickly. When I was talking about the fact that there are no studies that I have seen that show that like nudity negatively impacts men, you said there actually are studies, and you posted this one, but unfortunately this one doesn't talk about what I'm talking about. So it says early childhood exposure to parental nudity and scenes of parental sexuality. And then it says, as part of the UCLA Family Lifestyles Project, 200 males and female children participated in an 18-year longitudinal outcome study of early childhood exposure to parental nudity and scenes of parental sexuality, primal scenes. At age 17 to 18, participants were assessed for levels of self-acceptance, relations with peers, parents, and other adults, antisocial and criminal behavior, blah, 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 blah. And then it talks about the findings of the study. The problem, however, is that when you look for where they define primal scenes, it's using a Freudian definition of primal scenes, saying that Freud and his followers chose the term primal scenes to refer to visual or auditory exposure of children to parental intercourse. I'll just repeat myself again. I said exposing children to nudity, not exposing children to listening to their parents having sex. So the study, it's talking about harm caused by this, which I never said anything about. These are completely different things. Completely different. And in fact, the study itself even says right here it is. In the present article, we report the findings of the first longitudinal investigation of long-term correlates of exposure to parental nudity and primal scenes, behaviors, and here's the key part. Behaviors such as parental flirtatiousness and inappropriate displays of physical affection were not examined because at the time that the study was conceived, few, if any, commentators considered such behaviors to be seriously problematic. Like, this is a study talking about like something that I am not talking about. I'm just talking about like just the nudity. There's no information that shows some level of trauma occurring to children because of this, like in this section. And then it like lists off like reasons based on like unironically using like the Oedipus complex. It's not even citing like a study. Like, this is not, if you could send like a direct article just talking about nudity. This is also an old ass study. Oh yeah. I just don't trust any time that people are unironically quoting like Oedipus. I don't trust any time that people are unironically quoting Freud. And I also don't trust any studies that occurred like that were like from the 70s to the fucking 90s. Take, for example, swimming pool changing rooms. Almost everyone has been exposed.
Have you considered the study conducted by these nuts? Go to them.
Fuck up. Shut the fuck up. All studies are not created equal. Many have been updated since, and some journals are not credible. Yeah. This was a crazy video. Like, I actually couldn't even believe what I was watching. This is insane to me. I just don't get it. I found a study that showed that anti-nudists were more likely to be homophobic. I mean, that would make sense, right? That's just due to like the fact that like people are uncomfortable around nudity because they're not around it for so long that they kind of get grossed out about it, if that makes sense. In what situations do you think modesty is preferred? I mean, if you're going to work or something, or you're going to the store or something, I just don't think people should be as like taken back by nudity that they are in like how they are right now today in society. Do you know what I mean? Like, it feels like if someone sees someone like just if you are looking at someone who is naked and they aren't like an attractive woman, like a conventionally attractive woman, people have like such a disgust for other naked human beings in a way that is very, I almost want to say like unnatural. Like, you shouldn't be filled with disgust because you see someone who you don't find attractive naked. That's weird. You know what I mean? Like, that's like, you should just feel neutral about it. You should feel disgusted when you see someone chewing their toenails. You should feel disgusted when you see someone like, I don't know, covered in like rashes and like they have like pus coming out of their body. Yeah, that's gross. You shouldn't feel disgust seeing another human being naked, you know? Like, that's something that was socialized, that you have been like indoctrinated by society to feel. Like, nudity is literally the most normal human condition, you know?